there, I am Dom O'Neill. This is Mind Your Own Business. Welcome. We are the show to give you all you need to succeed in the digital age. Okay, folks, here are your headlines for this week. Headline number 1. Spanish Google News is to vanish thanks to new European laws. Look at how that could affect you and other content creators in the future. Story number 2, Facebook is thinking about a dislike button. We'll look at how that little change may well affect how people rate and enjoy your content. Plus, can making an online gaffe be the key to viral success? We'll find all that out shortly. Plus, we ask the question, what happens next? It's the MYOB Show. Tune in, turn on, opt out.
Find us on Twitter at MYOB Show.
Okay, folks, our first story then. So Google is locking Spanish publishers out of their popular Google News service in response to a new Spanish law that imposes fees for linking headlines and news stories. So that's a big thing for those of us who blog, vlog and podcast. I will explain. So this could change how we distribute content in 2 major ways. Number 1, these rules and Google pulling out of Spain could give other search engines like DuckDuckGo, Bing and Ask a greater European presence, which will affect your SEO, of course, because if you're pushing everything to Google, if they're less big, then you'll have to look at where else people are coming from. Number 2, it will affect folks like me and possibly you who vlog, blog and podcast about news and current affairs stories, which also kind of mention published content. At the moment, we credit everyone who we get our news stories from, but in the future, we may also be asked to pay for it. It's not the case in the UK at the moment, but one day it could be. It's another example of how big publishers and content creators are very fast learning how to maximize their income online. So those of us who are just starting out in podcasting, blogging or vlogging, it's now or never really, because the more people get used to, paying for online stuff, the more these big companies learn about how to monetize their content, the more expensive making blogs, vlogs and podcasts will become.
It's the MYOB Show.
Later on in the show, we're finding out how a mistake can help you become a viral success story. If you want to know what I'm talking about, watch this. This is the mistake and did really well online.
Supernatural week here on This Morning, and it's for that reason that Jeff Brazier has been exploring the village of Pluckley. Once named the most haunted
You are lucky. You are so lucky that was all that came out. Don't do that, we're live. Are you crazy?
You so could have sworn then, couldn't you?
So could have sworn. Yesterday we...
Good times. So more about that later. How can a mistake online help you go viral? All of that is coming later. It's the MYOB Show. Tune in, turn on, opt out.
Find us on Twitter at MYOB Show.
Facebook are thinking about some kind of dislike button. We ask on the show, how will that change how people interact and rate your content? Well, speaking at a Q&A session, Mr. Zuckerberg said it was one of the most requested features. However, they said that the dislike bit, the word dislike, was not something that Facebook was interested in. It's potentially an exciting thing having some kind of dislike button because it gives more emotives, especially if you're maybe a charity and you have a sad story. People don't always want to like a sad story, but maybe some kind of, oh, that's a shame button, or this is sad, we should know more about this kind of button. Yeah, so dislike apparently is not the word. Also, people are saying because Facebook makes so much money out of advertising, their advertisers don't want some kind of dislike button to be put next to their content. However, I think that is possibly a tiny bit weak because, YouTube and Stitcher, they have thumbs up, thumbs down, star rating. iTunes has a star rating. So we're all very used to having rated content. So why won't Facebook man up and get either some kind of dislike, thumbs up, thumbs down button? having more emotive things for people to press on is a great thing. So many people press the like button each day, 4.5 million shares a day thanks to the like button. If there was more emotions involved, more people might be pressing, sharing, and therefore more data would be generated, which could only be a good thing for Facebook, couldn't it?
Mind your own business, because life's too short. Go to www.myobshow.co.uk to find out more.
It is our final story of the week. Lots and lots of people ask me every single week, Dom, how to become a viral success. I want to be known, I want my stuff to go viral. Well, mistakes, actually, interestingly enough, as long as they're the right kind of mistakes, can help you become viral. A couple of weeks ago, a big American food chain and a big American soft drink had a viral story because the big American food chain accidentally forgot to advertise the big American soft drink, which blew up online. People were tweeting it and Facebooking it and sharing it, and all the major news agencies were going, oh, isn't this a funny story? And I'm a cynical man, so I'm sitting here going, have they forgotten? Or is that an ingenious advertising ploy? So many people share funny things. An American food chain and American soft drink chain aren't all that interesting. However, if you mix it with a mistake, then it becomes interesting. Reminded me a lot, a few years ago, there was a Downton Abbey. They had a big photo shoot. Mr. Downton Abbey and Mrs. Downton Abbey were standing there, all dressed in their gear from the decade, and in the back of shot was a water bottle. Again, that went viral. That exploded on the internet, and loads of people retweeted this Downton Abbey fail. However, it did make the new series of Downton Abbey do very, very well. So it just goes to show the right online fail at the right time, shared to the right people, could help you become a viral success. Remember, if you've got any opinions on anything we talked about on the show, get involved via the email studio@myobshow.com. That's studio@myobshow.com. Or get involved on Twitter that's M for Michael, YOB Show.
Mind your own business, because life's too short.
I will love you and leave you with my thought of the day. It is by Will Rogers. Even if you're on the right track, you'll just get run over if you sit there. It's a good point, and it leads on to what happened next. You will not believe it. Watch this. On that note, take care. Bye-bye.